Okay, hey guys, welcome to our Dream Team Monday Night Team Zoom. It is the 2nd of November. We're in a brand new month already. Hopefully, I feel like a lot of the faces on here were on the power plan last night. If you're like, what's the power planning? I don't know what she's talking about. You can go to my YouTube channel and all the Sunday night power plannings that I do are on there. Last night, we set up our calendars for the month of November. We talked about our first week's basically to-dos. So if you've missed last night's power planning, I do personally think it was a pretty good one. So hopefully you'll hop on and get to watch that. I just think it's super important at the beginning of the month to get a hardcore plan laid out. Obviously life will come at you and things will change, but if you have that hard plan, then you're going to maneuver a lot better. So please follow up with that. Tonight, we're going to talk about how much we are worth. This is a topic that came up so many times when Sam had her leader retreat. And so I'm going to just walk you guys through some exercises that I want you to really start using your mind, because our minds are amazing. But I want to give you some examples, and I want to start training your brain to start realizing what you are worth. So the first thing I want you to do, if you can, on a sheet of paper, if you're driving or whatever, don't worry about it. But on a sheet of paper, I want you to describe your best friend. I don't know who it is. It might be your best friend from high school. It might be your husband, might be your best friend, might be your girlfriend, whoever your best friend is, like whoever popped in your mind first, go with that person. I want you to describe 5 to 10 things about them. Like, why are they your best friend? What is so great about them that they get to be your best friend? Like, why do you love them so much? So I'm going to give you some time. I'm actually going to do this with you because I think this will be fun for me also. So think of your best friend and why do you love them so much? Like, I'm over here smiling, thinking about my best friend writing this stuff down. I'm like, oh my God, she is so great. Okay, those of you that are hopping on, if you're just getting on here, I see some people. I'll wait till all the buttons say that they're connected. Tonight, we're going to be working on mindset. We're talking about self-worth. So the first task for tonight is on a sheet of paper, or if you don't have a sheet of paper, maybe you're driving or something, you can just do this in your head. I want you to think of your best friend, and don't overthink it, just whoever just popped in your mind when I said it. Don't worry, we're not going to call your other best friends and let them know that you didn't think of them. Think of your best friend and think 5 to 10 things about your best friend that you just love. Like, why this person is your best friend. Why are they so amazing? What are some things about them that make them so awesome? Okay, so while you guys are working on, oh, mine saves me so much in copays that I would spend. Right? Exactly. While you guys are writing, I'm going to share just some of mine that I jotted down really quickly, just in case any of you are overthinking this task. When describing my best friend, some things that come to mind: she is so organized. Like, I love that about her. She's so organized. She can be very blunt and honest, yet kind. When she is blunt and honest with someone, she can still be very kind. Like, she can dive into a conflict and just handle it. And I love that about her. She's incredibly stylish. Like, she's always on trend, yet classy. Like, it's not like she always looks appropriate and very, like, I don't know, she could be like Jackie O-ish if she wanted to be. I think she's beautiful. Like, she has just the best smile. That's the thing that made me start kind of smiling a minute ago. I was like thinking of her smile. She's hilarious. She is very thoughtful. She's always up for a party. So these are just things about my friend that I'm describing so that's the kind of stuff, like, you don't have to overthink this. Like, what are some things about your friend that you love? Okay, so that's our first task. Does anybody need more time? I see Olivia is still writing, so I'll give us a little more time. It's kind of fun to write about your best friend, huh? I clearly picked one of my girlfriends, not Tom. Don't tell him. He's not here tonight. Okay, on the next part of your piece of paper, for those of you that have children, you can pick your firstborn. For those of us that don't have children, I'm going to pick my firstborn nephew. So nephew, niece, whatever baby, like truly baby. So it could be your child or your grandbaby. A baby that you remember from like the second they were born. And I want you to describe what they looked like when they were born. Like, what was that moment like? Like, I can tell you straight up, like Adam was just the cutest baby ever. Like everything was perfect, right? So I want you to describe your baby or your niece or nephew or your grandbaby, whoever it is, or hell, it could be your best friend's baby. I don't know, but a baby that you were like, the second it was born, you were there, you got to spend time with it. You were, you know, maybe it was a baby you got to be there on day 2 and 3, and you got to watch this baby grow. So that's the next thing we're going to do is we're going to describe the baby that you are connected to. I mean, like, and go for it, you guys. Like the cutest little ears, like a little smirk when they smiled. I don't know, baby, like the little sounds that they make. Like babies are the best. Like just that's the kind of stuff I want you to focus on. Like little button noses. Maybe they had blue eyes. Maybe they had brown eyes. I'll try not to talk about Adam the whole time we're on the Zoom, but he was adorable. He still is adorable. If he ever sees this, he'll be like, oh my gosh, you got to take that off of YouTube. If you hear sounds in the background, by the way, it's my dogs. I gave him bones to keep him happy, but I can hear them chewing. And I don't know if you can hear that also. So if you can, I'm sorry. Okay, everybody should be writing down things about the baby. That's, again, super easy. Just things about the baby that you loved. So just to give you some ideas, again, so you're not overthinking this. And yes, I'm talking about Adam. He still has this cute little like button nose. It was like this perfect little, like it kind of tipped up just a little. Adorable. I absolutely loved his chunky thighs. Adam was like a 10-pound something baby. Like God bless my sister. He was gigantic when he was born, but he had these like chunky thighs that were like, they had that little like rolls upon rolls kind of thing. He would make this adorable grumpy red face right when he had to poop. Is a cute little birthmark. He does have like a little smirk. He had it as a baby and he still has it when he smiles. Like one side goes up a little bit more than the other. So it's kind of funny. It's adorable. And I just used to love his little round belly. Like, you know, you like get to rub the baby's belly. Like I love the baby's belly. I loved Adam's belly. Okay. So have you guys written down about your best friend and about a baby? Olivia, you have so many babies to pick from. You're probably like, listen, the poopy face is not cute right now. Okay. Cause I got to go clean the diaper. Okay. So now what I want you to do is describe yourself. I want 10 things about yourself that you like in writing. I know all of a sudden people are like, well, this is not fun. You could talk about your baby and you were able to talk about your best friend only when we were an infant. Now we're going to talk about ourselves, like at ourselves today. I want 10 things about yourself that you like. I'll give you more time for this because it'll be harder for you probably. I too am struggling. I only have 2 things written down. I am super struggling. Are you guys super struggling? Yeah. Like I had no trouble discussing my best friend a minute ago. I'm actually going back and like looking about like what I wrote down about her. So I'm like, wait, have I got any of that? I did come up with 5. Oh, good, Sonia. I just came up with 5 and I stole one from my best friend's description to get there. But I was like, wait, I'm that too. And it's funny too, like I'll think of something, I'm like, well, that could be a good thing. And I'm like, nah, and I don't write it down. Like it's a very hard to describe your like things about yourself that you like. Okay. Okay, well, basically these first few tasks are to prove to us what I have clearly proven to myself is that you got to learn to like yourself. Like to know your self-worth, you have to learn to like yourself. To have self-esteem, like the definition of esteem is to like something. Like when you hold someone in high esteem, like you like them, like you respect them, you admire them. And we're very quick to hold other people in high esteem. Like I was just beaming and giddy talking about my girlfriend. But then I got to me and I was like, oh, damn, I don't know like what to write. 10 is a lot, but yet I whipped out like 10 or 12 for my girlfriend in a heartbeat. So that's our kind of our first lesson is that you need to meet yourself. Like I need to meet myself. I don't need to like walk around with who I think I am or what I think is wrong with me or what I think I should do better. Like I need to walk into a room and meet myself for the first time. I met all of you for the first time at some point in time. Apparently I was not offensive because here you are. So why is it so hard for me to be like, oh, right? And you guys are struggling too. Like, so for myself, I wrote down that I'm generous, that I am thoughtful. Like I was like grasping here. I mean, I am those things, but like it's not easy. I do like to be sunny side up. You guys know that about me. I try not to be negative. I wrote down my brown eyes because Tom calls me that and he says they're pretty. So I figure that's a good thing. But I can't say that I ever look at my eyes and go, wow, those are really pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like I should be able to do that. And my energy, I like my energy, but I think that I kind of cheated. That's just positive energy. And I already said that. So whatever. Okay. So I think my eyes are my best feature. Oh, that's good. Good job, Sonia. I need to take some lessons from Sonia. I just need to like, okay. So clearly we have a picture in our head of ourselves, right? Like, and it's weird. Like if you think about yourself, when you picture yourself and you're trying to come up with the things you like about yourself, are you seeing yourself now today? Or are you remembering 2 years ago when maybe you had 10 pounds on you, or you're remembering 5 years ago when you were struggling with acne, or you're remembering when you were 13 and you got your period and all hell broke loose in your life. Like, what is it that you're picturing in your head? Because every morning when you see yourself in the mirror, that's the person that you should be meeting and seeing for the first time. And it's not easy. It takes actual effort and purpose. And we're going to talk about that in here in a minute. But I think that's a hard thing for a lot of us. So to bring this into your business, the reason we're having this conversation on a team Zoom, when I talk about my girlfriend, if she came to me and said, I think I want to do Thrive and I think I want to go all the way, I want 200K, I'd be like, oh my God, you deserve it. You would be amazing at this. People are going to love you. Why? Because she's organized. She's blunt but honest. She's stylish. She's so pretty. She has a great smile. She's funny. She's thoughtful. Like, right? Like she totally deserves to have everything she wants in life. That's so easy for me to say about someone else. But what are you saying to yourself when you're like, I'm going for 12K? Are you cheering in the back of your mind like I just did for my girlfriend? Or are you like, you're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. That's not happening, right? So this is what I want us to start learning about ourselves and start practicing, because our minds are controlling everything. Okay, if you are driving, like some of these where I just see your names, don't do this next part. I mean, you can do it, just don't close your eyes. Those of you at home, I would like for you, if you're in a safe place or you don't have a child to take care of, Olivia, close your eyes, and I want you to think about a lemon, okay? A lemon, a bright yellow lemon. And then you're gonna cut that lemon into slices, or not, like it's wedges. You cut your lemon into wedges, okay? And then you're getting ready to play a game with your friend. You're gonna take this lemon wedge, you're going to put it in your mouth. You are going to bite into the lemon. You now have all the lemon juice in your mouth, and you're going to see how many you can do before your friend finishes. So you're going to take another one and you're going to squeeze it. You're going to bite into it. You've got all the lemon juice. It's not lemonade. It's freaking lemons, people. Are you with me? Who is tasting and imagining a lemon? Who can feel the lemon burning their mouth? Who is like super like tart, right? You're like, like saliva comes up in the back of your throat a little because you're actually physically responding to the lemon. Would you agree? Are you guys feeling this? When someone says lemon and lemon juice, right? Okay. Oh, Audra raised her hand. What does that mean? Audra, do you want to say something? It says, ask to unmute. I'm asking to unmute you. I don't know if she meant to do that. Audra, if you want to unmute, you can say something. I don't know how to. Oh, there, I unraised your hand, but you can talk if you want. Okay, so the reason that we did the lemon, so just thinking of a lemon, right? You pictured it, you saw it was bright yellow. You knew the second you cut into it, it was like juicy, like lemony. And then you knew the second I told you had to put the wedge in your mouth and bite down on the lemon, you physically had a response to that. You wrinkled your nose, you had saliva, like you physically responded to an image in your head. And you got the image in your head because of the words I said, right? So when you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm a mess. You hear that and you physically respond to that. When you open your computer for an email and you're like, I cannot deal with this customer, they're a freaking nightmare. You heard it and you physically respond to it. When you're like, I can't do a live, I'm freaking out, I cannot do a live, lives freak me out. You hear it and you physically respond to it. You have got to understand the power of the words that you use and that you allow yourself to hear. Now, I can't control what somebody near me is going to say, because trust me, if I could, I would hit that button, okay? The only person I can control is me. And I am guilty of this. I'm not coming to you like sitting on a crown about how amazing I am, right? I am guilty of this. I am guilty of being like, I'm a hot mess. I'm guilty of like, I'm so disorganized. Maybe I was late on a bill. And I was like, oh, I'm the worst ever with money. Okay, when you say something like that, like I'm bad with money, I'm the worst ever with money, guess what's not going to come to you? Yeah, money. Because you've already put it out there and you are physically responding to that fact that you're no good with it. Oh, Audra was just trying to say I can imagine. Okay, thank you, Audra. I'm sorry. Zoom sometimes confuses me. I don't always know what I'm doing. So I want you guys to really start thinking about, number one, liking yourself. And I know it probably sounds cheesy or weird, but we should have no trouble writing 10 things about ourselves that we're like, we're awesome. I got great hair. My clothes are, I mean, what, I don't know. See, I can't even like finish the sentence because I'm like, my clothes are not great. My hair is in a ball cap, but I should be able to embrace, like, I should have esteem for myself. I should feel good about myself. And it doesn't mean I'm going to feel good about myself when I lose 10 pounds, or I'm going to feel good about myself when I get my highlights or when I get my teeth whitened, like whatever. I should feel good about myself now. To lose 10 pounds, I'm just taking care of my body that I love and making it better, right? To get the highlights, I'm taking the beautiful hair that God has given me and I'm just embellishing a little because listen, he's given me highlights anyway. So we're adding more. So that's the mindset. And I know it's so easy to talk about. It is, I could sit here and talk about it for 4 hours and then get off here and be like, I don't know if I like my teeth. You know what I mean? Like it's so hard, but it's so worth it. So when you hear yourself saying something negative, I want you to remember that lemon and how it made you pucker your face and how you didn't want to bite the lemon and you wanted to spit it out. When you say negative things about yourself, it's that lemon. It's that lemon coming at you. And you don't need that in your life because like I said, somebody next to you is probably going to say some shit anyway, and we already got to deal with that. So we don't need it coming from us. So when it comes to your business, I don't care if you have to pretend and lie to yourself every morning for 30 minutes for the next 30 days. I want you to start truly, honestly telling yourself that your goals are going to be met. Because why? Because you're worth it. You deserve it. Just like I would have told my girlfriend, yes, I will help. Here's the thing. All of you, if I said I need help, you would all drop what you're doing. You're like, okay, Tavia needs help. What are we going to do? And I would say, you guys, I got to get to, I need $10,000 to make my rank. You would freaking rally. You would rally. I've seen it before. You've all done it. You would rally around me and you would support me because you would look me dead in the eye and be like, you deserve it. You deserve it. Well, so do you. And I want to rally around you. And everyone on this team wants to rally around you. So you have to decide what it is that you want. You have to let us know. And then you have to keep reminding yourself every day that it's happening. So I know like Paul talks a lot about I ams and things like that. And I do like I ams. I also feel like they can get really redundant because you're like, I am 12K, I am 12K, I am 12K, I am 12K, and you're brushing your teeth, I'm 12K. And it's like the Post-it note on the refrigerator that's been there for 5 years. It's just become part of the refrigerator now. I am worthy of hitting 12K because I am going after 12K and it's coming to me because actually make a sentence about yourself, right? I am worthy of 200K because I work my ass off for it. And this team we are already a 200K team. Our volume doesn't show it, but we have the community, we have the strength, we have the knowledge, we have the passion. This is a 200K team. One of these days, the volume button is also going to agree with us. But until it does, I know that we're a 200K team. I'm looking at faces on here who are born 12Ks, if not 40Ks, but they don't know it because they don't stop and realize it about themselves. And that's what's so important. You are only going to get as far as you realize about yourself. And that's with anything in life, you guys. Anything. I mean, this is coming from the girl who went through a divorce and was never going to get married because I didn't want to be married. But then I was like, I do deserve to be treated well and loved. And by golly, look what happened. But I could have shut all that down. I could have been like, nope, there's something wrong with me. My first marriage didn't work out. It was probably my fault, which it wasn't, but whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like I had to accept that I was truly worthy. Like I'm okay. Am I perfect? Yeah, no, just kidding. but my flaws are who make me who I am. So when I talk about Adam as a baby and that little nose, how it flips up, how many of you have a nose that flips up and you're like all the time, like, if I could just get that to go down, like, will a plastic surgeon fix that? But it's adorable. I love it about him. I hope it never changes about him. He probably still makes the same red face when he poops and he's 16. I don't know. I don't get to, be a part of that anymore. Do you know a baby with a birthmark? You know that child hates that birthmark with all their life after probably the age of 9. They're like, or even prior to that, if it's more like visible. But to me, that birthmark, that's him. That's my baby. I think it's precious. I think it's adorable. So remember, everything about you is perfect as it is. It's exactly the way it is supposed to be. Yes, you can always work to make yourself better. But when you're trying to make yourself better, it's because you love yourself, right? I see people, they come to me, they want to work out, they want to lose 30 pounds. They literally want to beat the crap out of themselves. They want to punish themselves. They want to do all the things because they're a horrible person because they weigh 30 extra pounds. I see a beautiful human who is struggling with their self-esteem, who, if they would actually learn to love themselves, would realize that the 30 pounds is just them being mean to themselves, right? So like I said, I know this is easy to talk about. Mindset is so tricky, but mindset takes practice. So when you start hearing yourself say those lemons, you start hearing those negative things, you have got to turn the volume down. Like even if your head, you have to like stop the conversation and like reach up, close your eyes and be like, turning that volume down. I'm going to turn that shit down today. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to say that about myself anymore. And then go to whatever it is that you want to say to yourself and turn that volume up. I'm going to talk to 10 people today about Thrive because freaking Thrive is amazing and they want to hear it. I don't know if they really do, but why wouldn't they? It is amazing, right? I didn't lie. Right? I'm going to reach out to my team. I was just saying I could imagine it. Chat just re-popped up your message. I'm sorry, Audrey. I thought it was something new. I didn't want to miss out. Like you have got to spend time working on your thoughts. You need to spend as much time working on your thoughts, actually probably more, than you do on your body. The negative thoughts that you let in, the negative thoughts that you don't even let them in, like you create them, you say them. My hair is a mess. My nails are a mess. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I'm broke. That's actually doing more physical harm to you than 10 extra pounds on your body. So the more you can practice, set a timer on your phone, set something in your calendar. Like when people talk about personal development, everyone thinks that means they have to pick up a book or watch a YouTube. That's the easy self-development because that's reading someone else's words. True self-development is spending a little time with yourself in the quiet. Sometimes it gets ugly, but that's the time. Even if you only spend 5 minutes a day practicing saying, I'm amazing, I'm smart, I'm going to go back, I'm organized, I'm stylish, I'm pretty, I have a great smile, I'm funny, I'm thoughtful. If I just practice saying that for 5 minutes every day, can you imagine how different my day is going to be? And that's what I want for you guys. I want you to understand you are worthy and you do deserve everything that you want. We are fortunate as Americans that we can actually make that choice. We have the freedom to do and live however we want. You got put here on this country and this continent somehow, right? That's that's one of your first blessings. So even if you're like, I don't know what I want to do or what I want to be, or that's okay. The sheer fact you have the freedom to do it means you have free reign. You can let your mind go. You can start dreaming of goals. You can start dreaming of all the things that you want in life. You can use a vision board if you want. You can write things down. There's so many ways to do it. But the point is you have to do it. I have vision boards and I see them, but I probably should sit with them. I should probably literally sit with my vision board for 5 minutes a day and remind myself that I am deserving of this. I am this positive person. I do have a team that is amazing. Like I need to remind myself that versus, oh my God, I have this one promoter that will not leave me alone. She never did, like whatever it is that you're dealing with in your head. that's your job, but your mindset needs to be, I'm so lucky to have this team and have the ability to have a promoter that has a problem. Because I remember back in the day when I didn't have a promoter yet and I just wanted anybody to be a promoter, right? Remember the time you remember what is how the saying something like, I remember back when I used to wish for all the things I currently have. So think about that. Think about your mindset. Spend some time on your mindset. Practice. I'm going to do it too, you guys, because I struggled big time. I'm going to have to sit and practice coming up with 10 things about myself that I like, that I'm awesome, or however I want to word that. I want to be able to get on a Zoom someday and rattle off to you how amazing I am as easily as I did my best friend. And I want to rattle off how I've got this mole on my face and talk about how cute it is, like I did Adam's birthmark. Because when I was a baby, I'm sure I had it. People probably thought it was cute. I don't know. I'm sure I had chunky legs. I got them now. They're just as cute. But I have to wrap my mind around that. All right. So anyway, that's my spiel for tonight. That's my self-esteem. Let's work on the words that we use, the words that we allow. And please remember, it's not just, I think some people think that mindset is, well, it is physically altering your body. If you've ever seen somebody go through like tremendous stress, so a divorce, a death, you see changes in their body, right? You see some people that lose a ton of weight, some people that gain a ton of weight, some people will lose hair, some people will get dry, patchy skin. That's their body physically responding to the situation, the negative in their life. And everyone accepts it because something bad happened that we can all wrap our mind around, right? Like somebody passed away, somebody got sick. We understand this. Every single day when you let a negative thought about yourself come from yourself to yourself, you are chipping away at your body. So think about that. Okay. All right. Anyway, I hope this helped. Don't mean to be a downer, but I really want you guys to understand like what I see in you. So I'm guessing when I told you I was struggling to write stuff down about myself, that you guys probably could have written 5 things down about me that you liked. And I could write down 5 things about you that I like in a heartbeat. And that's great. And that's wonderful. And we can build each other up. But until I can write my own stuff down and until you can write your own stuff down, we're not there. We are not where we need to be to get to where we want to go. Okay. All right. Love you all. Bye.